What's good, YouTube? It's your main man, AB the Hero, back again with another video. Today's video, we got bad news. We got bad news. Your boy, LiAngelo Ball, has officially been waived from the Charlotte Hornets. We're going to talk about that. Let's get into
Triple B's! AB the Hero, back at it, baby.
All right. So, like we said, man, your boy LiAngelo has officially been waived. It is a somber moment. I was hoping he was going to make the roster. I felt like the way things were lining up, this was a great opportunity for him. I will tell you though, if you've been following me for a long time, I have consistently said that I felt like one of the things that was going to have to happen for him to really reach the ceiling that everybody has for him is he just needs to play more games, right? I always said, if you look at his trajectory to where he is now, it's an anomaly, right? The fact that he even got into training camp, taking the road that he took, is an anomaly, right? So even when I look at the summer and I'm talking to other creators and sports guys and they're telling me, yo, it's over, right? It's over. The showing in the summer league was, the Drew league was, it's over. There's no way. And then they invite him to camp. And I say, yo, if it's over, for some reason, he keeps defeating all the odds. So for me, it looked as if, yo, this is a great opportunity. This is a moment. There is something happening here that we're not seeing that allows him to continue to get opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And so me on the positive side was hoping that this Hornets upcoming season roster would feature LiAngelo Ball as he continues to acquire and secure those opportunities. At this moment, it does not look like that is going to happen, as we got the news today that LiAngelo Ball was recently waived from the Charlotte Hornets. Now, with that, they did something with some other guys. We'll get into all of those things right now. Let's do it. So we come here, you see it right here on the main page. Hornets waive Alexander, Ball, Crutcher, and Snead. So when we looked at the roster yesterday, these were Alexander is a new signing, I believe, which is kind of wild because they did that thing where they literally signed Tyshawn Alexander earlier today and then waived him 3 hours later, right? So typically, in what we've seen from last year, this means that we'll probably see Tyshawn playing in Greensboro with the Swarm. Now, we go here and we know that just a couple of days ago that the Hornets signed Theo Maledon to a two-way contract. And so that was kind of the writing on the wall for LiAngelo Ball, that he wasn't going to get the two-way contract and be playing in Greensboro and for Charlotte. So I think a lot of folks were hoping that this meant he was going to sign directly to the roster. All right. That didn't happen. Now, one of the questions that I have for you all is what was really going on here, right? What do you think? Did the Hornets do Jello dirty, or was this fair and square? Now, here's why I asked that question, because I would imagine that if you have a guy, and I don't know, it depends, right? Well, let me say this. I think that we will probably see an offer extended or hear about something where LiAngelo is heading back to Greensboro to play. Now, the reason why I think that this must be happening is because the setup of the events that have taken place, right? If we go here, we go to this final. We're not going to watch the replay. Let's see. Let me get here. All right, no, that ain't cutting. Let me do this. Let's go. Let me pull up. If we go, basically, what I want to show y'all here, this is, here we go, game recap. We go to this game recap from here, right? And you can see game tracker. And basically, you see that LiAngelo Ball had a DNP coach's decision, right? Whereas everybody else kind of got some minutes here. And typically, when you're a part of an organization and they know that you're getting cut and you won't be a part of that organization anymore, a lot of times, just as an olive branch, what they will do to you is give you some minutes, right? They want to help you get some game film where you look good, put you in some good situations. So when you are no longer with the team, at least you have a leg to stand on, right? At least you have some good tape, and then maybe you'll be able to go play for someone else. The last game, we didn't see LiAngelo Ball play. Meanwhile, you got some minutes from guys up and down the roster, right? Out of here, it's 20 guys on the roster. Looks like 2 of them didn't play, one of those being LiAngelo Ball. To me, that to me begs the question, did they do him dirty, or was everything fair and square? I believe that he will still be within the organization, so I can't necessarily say I think that they did him dirty, but what I can look up for y'all is this. Now, we go back here, and like I mentioned, you see these guys with the signings. Ty-Shon Alexander, okay? So if we look up Ty-Shon Alexander, they got the information here. You think, yo, we just signed him. Wherever he just came from, he must have been killing, right? We just picked him up, bringing him down to Greensboro, and let's see here. All right, so Hornets president Mitch Kupchak, all right, they always do that, announced the signing of free agent guard Ty-Shon Alexander. Now we go here. Alexander, 6'3", 195, appeared in 31 games with 2 starts last season for Virtus, Bologna, and Pallacanestro, both of the Italian Liga A, averaging 2.9 points, 1.8 rebounds, and 1.2 assists in 13.3 minutes per game. Suited up 5 games, 0 starts for the Hornets in the 2023 NBA 2K Summer League, tallying 8 points, 2 and 21 minutes. So statistically, none of these things are blowing our minds away, right? 15 games for the Phoenix Suns, total 9 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists in 48 minutes. Appeared in 1 playoff game during that. So you see that we're not getting mind-blowing stats from Alexander Ty-Shon, right? So which is cool, but to me, when it matters, because when I hear people talk about LiAngelo in this verse here, and they say, what, he only had this, the stats don't say, and I'm thinking, like, now I look at my man Ty-Shon, who just signed to the team going down to Greensboro, and I'm seeing like not like he had average gave you 30 points. All right, now we look at here our guy here who we also just picked up, who actually got the 2-way deal, Theo Maledon here. I get you up here. All right, this thing be acting crazy sometimes. All right, we got your man Theo Maledon, who we just signed here. All right, let's see. Theo Maledon, 6'4", logged 116 appearances, 56 starts in 2 seasons with the Oklahoma City Thunder, averaging 8.8 points, 37% from field goal, 32% from 3-point, 76 from behind the arc, 2.9 rebounds, 2 point, and 23 minutes. As a rookie, posted 10 points per game, came in 65 contests. I don't know. Once again, it's not blowing me away like, oh, this guy here is the dude we need with the 2-way contract. Now, as it says in his last stint, he just came from the Houston Rockets. So what you got is he was at Oklahoma City. They did a trade with Houston, and he ended up in Houston, and they just recently waived him, and then we picked him up. Now, I don't say this to say like I don't think the dude deserves an opportunity. I do. I just think that it's important to give frame of reference, right? So many moons, you'll hear people say, my man Jello didn't deserve it, wasn't worthy of it. Statistics, he gave you 2 points, he gave you such and such and such and such. And then we look at some of these other guys who are in the same caliber and look at just statistics alone, because most of the time that's what people are giving us quotes on. And we can go here. Now, the last game that I believe my man Theo played in was, let's see, Houston Rockets. Theo Malden gave my man 7 minutes, 2 for 3, 1 3-pointer, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 5 points, plus 5 and 5 points. Now, to me, this is solid. Right, you only playing 7 minutes. More than likely, these 7 minutes came in the final quarter, and you got in, knocked down the 3 that you had. Must have made a layup or whatever. Didn't get to the free throw line, but 2 for 3, 100% from behind the arc. Theo Malden. This is the type of stuff. Also, go way back. I was saying with Jello, in order to really continue to persevere and find spots on different teams, he got to be able to come off the bench and be lights out, regardless of not having to warm up, not shot in a while, being able to do that. Here's where Theo Malden did this. Now, this is Toronto Raptors versus the Houston Rockets, okay? I remember what I told you, and a lot of organizations, they're going to set you up to make sure you get a W, right? You had some good minutes on the court, and so we wanted to see that. Now we go here. We see where your man Theo was at. Probably had his best game of the preseason. We checked the box score. In the following game, Theo Malden, DNP, coach's decision. So, solid. 100% from behind the 3-point line. 2 for 3 from the floor in 7 minutes, gave you plus 5 points. The next game does not sniff the court. All right. To me, this matters because we look at what was happening with LiAngelo Ball and the DNPs and didn't play. And folks look like, man, boy, can't play. You see, we just signed a guy who was going through the same thing on the other side of the world. Now, we get here, you got DNP didn't play. Now you get to their final game versus the Pacers here on the 14th. Well, I'll say most recent games, probably their final game of the preseason. And we look over here and we don't even see Theo Malden on the roster because he was waived at this point. Now, you can look at this two ways to me, right? You see the situation as what they did is they got him some solid minutes. He played those 7 minutes, had his best game, had some nice tape that he could send out to teams and continue. And so in order not to mess that up, we just pulled him off the court. They got the value for him, waived him, and then the Hornets went ahead and signed him. Maybe that's what happened. Or maybe we see that across the league on those guys who are fighting for those in-roster spots all get kind of treated in a similar fashion, right? And so while we look at LiAngelo Ball with this microscope and are harping on every move, how he dribble, how he walk, how he step, is he limping, is he not limping, did he make a shot, did he miss a shot, did he do whatever, we see that there are other guys in the NBA going through the same struggle, having the same outcomes, and fighting through the same circumstances. So I say all that to say, I do think that LiAngelo Ball will continue to play basketball. Hopefully, we get an announcement relatively soon of where he will be at next, and hopefully that will be with an NBA team. And we can get back on here and we can celebrate and continue with the content. If you are still here with the boy, I want to point this out for you here. We're doing a fundraiser. Me and my son are participating in a karaoke competition in order to raise money for a childhood literacy program here in the Naptown area. If you can, I'm gonna throw this link here in the description and in the comments section of this video. $1, $5, you know what I'm saying? I want to raise as much money as possible for this cause. It's something that I know people who run the program and are really close to it, and so I want to give back and help out, and I'd appreciate if y'all can help support the boy. But once again, it's your main man, AB the Hero. We getting up out of here. Peace.
Be the hero. No, not peace. +1, triple B's. We out.